And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your engineers. For this afternoon's contest, the officials have called the captains to midfield for the coin toss. Number 96, Sam Edward, the captain for Western New England. For RPI, number 23, Sean Egan, 99, Paul Churches.
I'm going to flip it, let it hit the ground. Heads. It is tails. You have one to toss. Kick, receive, defender, defer. Red wins. Defer, second half. Receive, kick off, defender, roll. Put your bags down there and wait with me, sir.
And now let's meet the starting offensive unit for the RPI Engineers. Starting at left tackle, number 73, Chris New. At left guard, number 64, Jacob Grant. The starting center for the Engineers, number 54, Bobby Bush. At right guard, number 52, Aaron Castillo. Scott Black. Running backs, number 18, Johnny Ramsdell. And number 5, Nick Esposito. The wide receivers, number 9, Bailey Calabro. And number 8, Connor Davies. And running back, number 6, Mike Dennis. And now quarterback number 2, Ed Trippett. Please welcome the rest of the Engineers and the head coach, Ralph Fassina.
Is where they're at, this being the fifth season. So
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise as the RPI Pep Band will play our national anthem.
Golden Bears for the first time ever. Kurt Stott, Bob Conway on the call for you today. Before the national anthem, which occurred during our interview that we were running with head coach Ralph Isernia, RPI won the toss. They deferred their selection, so Western New England will start out with the ball today. Just a reminder, this is WRPI Troy, and we would like to thank the Rents of the Union. They provide the funding for WRPI and all the club-related activity of the Institute, and that includes WRPI's coverage of engineer football, hockey, and baseball. Also, WRPI is on the World Wide Web. Point your browser to WRPI.org. And you can pick up our broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As long as we're sending something over the ether of the air, we'll bring it to you on that feed. That is WRPI.org. Just about ready for the kickoff. It'll be RPI left to right. The Golden Bears right to left across your radio dial in this first ever contest in the first quarter for these two teams. Andrew Franks ready to kick off, just about ready to kick off at the 35-yard line. Damon Davis and Byron Jones back deep for Western New England. They're in their road whites. Blue and gold, basically, and white are the school colors, I guess. Well, I don't know if white is, but at least blue and gold are the colors for Western New England. Low kick. It'll be taken at about the 3-yard line to the 10, 15, to the 20. Davis is upended. Nope, that's Jones, pardon me. Upended at the 21-yard line, and that's where the Golden Bears will start out today's game.
It should be a battle of two very good teams. They have a nose guard on defense that's, Coach tells me he's a Division III All-American. We've got a pretty good person in there ourselves. So it should be some battle.
Anthony Service will be the quarterback for the Golden Bears as they start out first and 10 at their own 21-yard line. No score here in the first quarter. First play from scrimmage today. There'll be two wideouts on the left, one on the right. They'll fake the handoff. Service looks to throw, puts it up in the air, and it is knocked away at the last moment. Knocked away by McCarthy.
Yes, nice play by McCarthy. He saw that all the way, timed it just perfect.
Pass by Anthony Service. Incomplete.
Quarterback, according to Coach I, is pretty talented.
Incomplete on first pass. 2nd and 10 for the Golden Bears at their own 21. Same basic formation as last time, except, oops, now the man in the slot, he'll move to the right instead of staying on the left. It'll be a handoff on 2nd down, and that'll net them about 5 yards as the Golden Bears make it out to the 26-yard line. Peter Hoff on the carry.
Yeah, Peter Hoff, running back from Southmore, from Shelton, Connecticut.
3rd down and 5 for the Golden Bears. Service with a pass in the flat. It actually looks like a lateral, but it's going to be a first down as running along the sidelines, near the sidelines is Hoff. He makes it out to the 39-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears.
So they moved the ball fairly well in their first series. Got a first down.
1st and 10 Golden Bears at the 39-yard line. 14-10 to go here. First quarter, no score. Service gives to Hoff. Tries to go straight up the middle. This time he's stopped at the 41.
He got nothing that time.
Well, actually, that's 2.
He gave him 2.
No, he did get 2.
Oh, they moved him. Nice.
The line moved. He got caught at the line, but the line had moved. 2 yards for Hoff to the 41. 2nd down and 8. Service keeps this one himself. Gets away from the initial hit. Goes towards the sidelines. 45, and Service is out at the 46. But we've got a flag coming in from the referee, and it's a hold against the Golden Bears.
The Service pitched to the running back, and they picked up some decent yardage, but it will come back.
New England's offense, should say that in English. Anthony Service is the quarterback. The running back listed as Matt Anastasi, but Peter Hoff has been in there during
offense
the early in the game.
Number 37, 10-yard penalty. Replay second.
Receivers, Josh Henry, the tight end.
Thank you.
The line up front, Liam McDonald, Dylan Martin, Brett Ellsworth, Evan Co-Francisco, and Spencer Goodman. 2nd down and 20. Scoreboard needs to change. It's not 3rd down, it's 2nd down. Anastasia on the carry, goes to the right, and he's going to get stopped at the 34.
Nice hit. Real nice hit. I think it was Hayes on that hit. He had a heck of a week last week as well. Speaking of last week, Egan was in the All Division III team nationally last week.
Third down and 15 for the Golden Bears at their own 34. They'll fake the handoff. Service throws in the flat. That's complete to Gunderway. Gunderway is forced out at the Golden Bear, call it the 44-yard line. That's 5 yards short of a first down. And the Golden Bears will be sending out the punting team.
Oliver Kaja able to knock him out of bounds on that play. Kaja is really good at pursuit. He's always there. One of our 4 captains this year. Egan Watts.
Lalumia back to punt for Western New England. Gets off a good kick. Taken by Davies at about his own 10-yard line to the 15-20, straight up the middle to the 25. Now heads to the right, 30, 35, to the 40, along the sidelines to the 50. Gets hit really by his own guy at the Golden Bear 44, which was the line of scrimmage. The Golden Bears would have been better off just going for it at this point. And RPI's got it on the Western New England side of the field for their first possession. 12:37 to go here in the first quarter, no score.
One of the 2 number 9s. How do we determine that?
For what, Western New England?
Yeah, there's 2 number 9s.
That was probably Jelisaur.
Okay, well, Joe, they just list both of them. Jelisaur and Tweedy, both number 9.
RPI starts out at the Golden Bear 44. Engineers on first down. They're going to keep it on the ground, go to the sidelines on the near side. Esposito is forced out around the 38, 37, right around there. They'll put it at the 37-yard line, so he'll pick up 7 on that play.
He's brought down by number 95 for Western New England, Sam Stagers. He's a junior, 6'3", from Cambridge, Vermont.
2nd and 3 RPI. Trimpert is in at quarterback for the Engineers. Throws in the flat to Ramsdell. That's complete. Ramsdell 35 to the 30. 25-20. Gets away. Ramsdell is in for the touchdown. Gets away from everybody. Picks up 6. And RPI leads 6-0.
Ramsdell has got real speed. He turns that corner, and once he gets going, he gets out in the clear, they're not going to catch him. Outstanding student, too. Outstanding student. I mean, real good.
Two-play drive for RPI, 44 yards on the drive, and it came back from a punt return by Connor Davies to the Golden Bear 44. Cap boots the ball up, and that is good. So the extra point is good. RPI leads 7-0 with 12:08 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was telling you that Egan made the national D3 team of the week last week, but quarterback once again made the Liberty League first team at quarterback. He had another great week last week, 5 TDs. The balls were thrown very, very well into some well-coverage. Defenders were covering very well, and he still got the ball to our receivers. So real nice job last week. We haven't seen that ability to throw the ball down the field in 2 years, so it's a nice welcome back for that, because that was one of the keys to our offense 2 years ago. Jeff Avery's senior year, they just moved the ball down the field very well, throwing long, short, very competitive.
Cap boots the ball away. Taken at the goal line by Jones to the 10, to the 15, breaks a tackle. Jones can't break the next tackle, and he stopped just short of the 20-yard line. Maybe they'll give him the 20. And Western New England starts out their second drive at the 20-yard line.
RPI is they've just been steady all year. You know, they had about 5 or 6 series last week in a row that they just didn't look well, and they got some penalties and things. But other than that, they've been pretty steady all year.
4-receiver formation for Western New England at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Their second driver of the game. They trail 7-0. Service fakes the handoff, throws. That's incomplete. Looking for Renacio, but it was overthrown. No defenders in the area, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Good effort by the Engineers to rush the quarterback a bit. Coach I tells me the quarterback is very effective and has 2 very good receivers.
Service on 2nd down. We'll hand off to the man running through the backfield. He gets caught at the line, and there's nothing there for Western New England.
Excellent play by number 44 for the Engineers, Jack Hoggart. Hoggart, Beck, and the other linebackers have just done an outstanding job all year.
Renacio on the rush. He was the intended receiver on the previous play. It'll be 3rd down. I'll give him 1 on that play. 3rd down and 9 for Western New England. Service is back to throw. Sees nothing downfield. Starts to move up. Rolls along the line of scrimmage. Now puts the ball in the air. He's got a man, and it's incomplete. It was in the hands of Jones, Garrett Jones, along the sidelines. He should have had that. Dropped it, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, he beat his man by a couple of steps, and like you say, he was wide open, but he did go right through his hands. We're going to have Connor Davies back for the expected kick.
Malumia to punt again. The last punt, Davies returned to the line of scrimmage. Western New England is looking for something better, certainly not worse. Malumia gets the snap, boots the ball away. Davies takes it at the 46 on the RPI side of the field, to the 50, to the sideline, to the 45. Davies is out around the 41. And RPI starts on the Western New England side of the field for their 2nd drive. 11:18 to go here in the 1st quarter. RPI 7, Western New England nothing.
I want to remind you folks, you're listening to Rensselaer Football on WRPI 91.5 Troy. 3 beautiful weeks in a row, Kurt. Game days have been outstanding.
First and 10 at the 41. Trimpert looked like he was faking a handoff, almost lost a hand on the ball. Now he's got to run with it to the 40. Trimpert gets to the 36, picks up 5.
Yeah, coverage was good. Very good by Western New England. Number 45, Tim Huffman, linebacker, was all over quarterback, but he broke away from him and made about a 5.5 yard gain.
2nd down, RPI is going to keep it on the ground. Tavinis takes the carry, and he gets to the 33, 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Tavinis taken down by number 95, Sean Sturgis. He's a junior, 6'3", 285, big boy, Cambridge, Vermont.
3rd down and 2 from the Golden Bears 33 yard line.
3rd down and 2 for the Engineers. Single wideouts each side, slot backs each side. Trimpert turns around, hands off, and I don't think this is going to get a 1st down. No, absolutely not. They're going to be at least a yard short of a 1st down. They gave it to Wells.
Yeah, it was Wells. Wells is a tough, hard runner, but he got stood up at that time by about 3 guys.
Ball's at the 32, so it'll be 4th down.
No kicking. They're going to go for it.
4th and 1 for the Engineers at the 32. Another handoff to Wells. He'll get caught in the backfield, and that'll be it. RPI turns it over on downs at the Western New England 33.
Yeah, number 11 that time, Kenny Kuzma, a senior for Western New England on the tackle. Yeah, they go all the way down. They repeat numbers. Down to 32. Number 32. Every one of those have 2 numbers.
Big roster. They're not all here, though. 7-0 RPI leads. 9:35 to go here. 1st quarter. 1st and 10. Western New England at their own 34. Their 3rd possession today. 2 possessions prior to this. 2 punts. Service. Hands off. 1st down. Straight ahead. And that's going to go to the 39 for Hoff.
Once again, number 44 for the Engineers, Hoggart,
39-yard line.
with a host of other engineers, but he was the first guy there.
5.
At the 39-yard line, Service pitches into the backfield. Fighting along to the sidelines is, I think it was Gunderway on the carry. Nope, that's wrong. Townsend on the carry for Western New England.
It was a good effort by Winter. He turns around and see the number there. Very good effort.
3rd down and 2, Western New England at their own 42.
I think it was
Handoff to Hoff on 3rd down, and where did he go? He's got the first down. He just got across the 44-yard line. That'll be a first down for Western New England.
yeah, the linebackers are really plugging up things pretty good. They didn't get much on that, but they got what they needed.
1st and 10 at the 44 for Western New England. 7-0 RPI leads here, 8:30 to go in the first quarter. They fake the handoff to Hoff. Service looks to throw, doesn't see anything, starts running with the ball. He gets to the 50, makes a move. He's got a first down, and Service gets to the RPI 44.
Yeah, he had a lot of time, but everybody was covered. A lot of time, but the coverage was good, but he got loose. Picked up another first down.
1st and 10, Western New England at the 44-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. Service out of the shotgun, 1 man in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff. Western New England finds a hole, spin move, gets him a good number of yards. So Baroness on the carry for Western New England picks up 8. Okay, 7.
Trying to see who's at middle guard here. Is Malik in there?
On 2nd down, it'll be a first down for Western New England.
Yeah, Malik is in there.
First down for the Golden Bears.
Subaranis on the carry again for Western New England. It'll be 1st and 10 Western New England at the RPI 30. 7:20 to go first quarter, 7-0 RPI leads. Service sees nothing to the left, decides to run with the ball to the 25. And Service is down to the 21, close to another first down for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, they're moving the ball pretty steadily on the run. I think Harris was the first one on that play. Western New England has been pretty steady on this whole series.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2nd and 1 for the Golden Bears. Service, hands off. Anastasi takes it forward. He'll get a first down. He just got across the 20-yard line. And Anastasi gets the Golden Bears another first down.
Just got it, too. Just got it.
It'll be 1st and 10 Western New England at the RPI 19. 6:35 to go first quarter, 7-0 RPI leads. Service, hands off. Anastasi breaks a tackle to the 15. Anastasi stays on his feet. He's to the 12 and picks up about 7.
Yeah, the interior line work of Western New England's offensive line has been very good. They're opening up holes. They're leading sweeps. They're doing a good job moving the ball up, taking their time.
2nd down and 3. This will be another run for Western New England. Anastasi inside the 9. That should be a first down. He's to the 8-yard line. That'll be a 1st and goal now for Western New England.
First down, Western New England. First and goal at the Rensselaer 8-yard line.
7-0 RPI leads. 5:45 to go here first quarter. Western New England 1st and goal at the 8. Fake the handoff to Hoff. Throw, and that's high and incomplete. It was intended for Dietrich.
Good coverage by the Engineers.
2nd and goal from the 8.
Engineers doing some rotation on the interior line. 3 guys just come in. Coach I does a lot of that on both sides of the ball.
Fake the handoff to Hoff once again. Service keeps it himself. Inside the 5, stopped at the 4. That was 2nd and goal from the 8. It'll now be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. 7-0 RPI leads.
Brian Hayes in on tackle for the Engineers. Hayes, the junior. our senior from Boylston, Massachusetts.
Gunned away in the backfield along with Hoff. Hoff takes the ball. Hoff finds some room, turns upfield, and is he in? They're going to signal touchdown for Western New England. He's in, and Western New England pulls to within 1.
Well, that series was just one of execution on the part of Western New England. They just ran a variety of different plays, mostly on the ground, and were very effective with it. Nobody has run that way against this defense all year.
Western New England looked like they were going to run a regular play. Now they'll try the kick. That is Wagner out to try the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. 5:11 to go here, first quarter. We are tied at 7.
We once again remind you that you're listening to Rensselaer Football on WRPI 91.5 Troy. Next week, Engineers on the road at Buffalo State. The last, I believe, of our non-league games. This is the third one today.
Alfred.
Oh, that's a fourth, yeah.
There's only 5 league games this year.
We're still down a team, right?
No, there's.
Did they pick the second team? I know Ithaca's in.
I've heard Buffalo State, but I don't think anything's official.
Yeah. Now let's see how the Engineers react to getting scored on. It's always good for the offense to come back and put some points on the board.
Kieran Lombard getting ready to kick the ball away for Western New England.
Should be Watts back there and maybe Connor Davies or
Esposito.
Esposito's with him.
Ball goes to Esposito at the 4-yard line, to the 5, 10, 15, to the 20, 25, 30, and reaches forward. Nope, that's Ramsdell. The 2 deep fails us again. Ramsdell on the return to the 35-yard line.
To the 35-yard line, RPI first and 10.
The Western New England numbers are pretty easy to see, but RPIs are not. In the sun glare, there they are, but out a little further, it's a little different. They get the shade there.
First and 10, RPI at their own 35. Tied at 7, 5:05 to go, first quarter here in Troy. Sunny day in Troy, light clouds, lightly overcast, I don't know. RPI is going to run to the left, and Munoz Watts is stopped after a gain of 1.
Now the O-line did a good job last week. They were a young line last year. They worked very hard this summer in the preseason. And last week they looked very good.
The O-line's Chris New, Jacob Grant, Bobby Booz, Aaron Castillo, and Scott Black today. 3 receivers to the right. Trimpert looks that way. Opts not to throw. Starts to run with the ball. He's going to get hit along the line of scrimmage. Escapes that. Gets out to the 40, and now he's to the 42. Turned what looked like nothing into about a gain of 6.
It looked like I don't know what he was doing back there, going around in circles. I didn't see him look down the field very much, so maybe it was intentionally to be a run. We had a couple of guys free.
3rd down and 3 for RPI at their own 42. All the receivers, 4 of them, are to the right. 1 man in the backfield. Throw to the flat, and we've got a whistle. False start against RPI, so none of this counts. That was Kelly who got the pass in the flat, by the way. The rest of the RPI offense, Johnny Ramsdell and Nick Esposito are the slot backs. Wide receivers, Danny Calabro and Connor Davies. Mike Tavinis is the running back.
False start on the offense. Number 85 never was set. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd.
False start against RPI moves them back to the 37. RPI with a 3rd and 8. Scoreboard needs to change. Ball's not on the 47, it's a 37.
It's been happening a lot.
There we go. They got it fixed. One receiver to the left, 3 to the right for RPI. Trimpert out of the shotgun. Doesn't see anything at first. Rolls downfield. Now he's going to roll to the right. Puts the ball up in the air, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Kelly at the 33 of Western New England, but the ball was thrown low.
Number 13, Dakota Gross on the coverage there.
That's Liam Sweeney.
How do you know?
Because Sweeney's playing defense.
This double number thing, I'm telling you, it's crazy. No, look, all these teams have 2 numbers.
On 4th down, RPI punting for the first time today. It is booted away and taken at the 25, and it's an immediate hit, and nobody's getting anywhere on that. Davis took it from the Razik kick at the 25, and he got hit immediately, and Western New England has the ball at the 25-yard line. 3:15 to go here in the first quarter, tied at 7.
That was a big hit.
Again on the return, Western New England first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That looked like Mark Michelin, number 10, which wouldn't be a surprise. He's been down the field, first guy down the field a number of times this year.
Service throws, that's complete to the 30-yard line, and to the 32, maybe 31 on the forward progress for Western New England. It'll be a gain of 6 to Townsend.
Pass complete to number 3, Justin Townsend. He's tackled by 37. Rory McCarthy.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for the Golden Bears. 2nd and 4 officially. They'll run this one up the middle, and that gets them maybe a yard. Hoff on the carry.
22 feet off on the carry.
Western New England looking at 33 at their own 32.
Tagliano on the tackle.
Service, pitches in the backfield. Townsend on the far side. He'll get the first down as he gets across the 35 to about the 37. And well, maybe that's not Townsend. Maybe that's Gunderway.
Yeah, they're mixing up their plays very well. RPI has not figured it out yet.
No, that's Townsend. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Western New England at their own 37. 2:07 to go here. First quarter, tied at 7. Service, hands off. Tough for finding room out there for Anastasi, and he gets to the 40. He didn't have his initial hole, had to move to the left, finally found some room and gets 3.
RPI man down. He's the first guy to hit him.
And there'll be an official timeout here in Troy. 1:50 to go first quarter, tied at 7 between RPI and Western New England.
Let's see if we can see a number on that.
Keith Emery is the head coach for Western New England. They're coming into today's game 1-1 on the year. And, of course, Ralph Iserni, the head coach for RPI, coming in 2-0 with wins against William Patterson and WPI.
Is that Joseph down?
I can't tell.
He may be out. Let me see if he's on the bench. Who's down? Yeah. I thought it was.
Joseph will make his way over to the sidelines on his own power, under his own power.
Hope that's nothing serious. He's walking off on his own power. He's a big plus for the Engineers, and it has been.
2nd and 7 at the 40. Service in the flat. That's complete and nothing there. It was caught by Wolf, and he never had any room to maneuver.
I think it's Stefanski on that play.
To number 15, Jared Wolf. No gain on the play. 4th down and 7.
No gain on that play on the reception by Wolf. 3rd down and 7 for Western New England at the 40-yard line. Service looks left. He's got a lot of receivers over there. Under pressure, sacked. Service is taken down by Bellinati. 59, I thought it was 89. It's 89 Bellinati. Sacked back at the 37-yard line, and it'll be 4th and 10 for Western New England.
I thought it was Catino.
Punt is away. Taken by Davies at the 25-yard line to the 30, and he's forced out. So Western New England getting much better on their punt coverage. The Lumia on the punt that time. Puts RPI back at their own 32. 39 seconds left here in the first quarter. We are tied at 7.
Engineers have not done much so far other than the first touchdown of the game. Ramsdale took it in. But since then, most of the time has been used by Western New England in their ground game, running the clock. It's 7-7 with how much time is left? 38 seconds there?
Yeah, close to 39. 1st and 10 at the 32 for RPI, tied at 7. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Trimper puts the ball up in the air. It was looking for Davies and overthrew him.
Yeah, he was open too.
It was Davies at the 35 and just threw it right over him.
Like I said, last week was a very good week for the Engineers throwing the ball. The last 2 weeks, actually. And but a great stat. We scored 29 points last week over turnovers as a result of turnovers.
Rush on 2nd down is going to get RPI out to the 37-yard line. That was Tavinis on the carry. A little slow getting up.
Looked like Curtis Jolliger, number 9 on the tackle. Yeah, they had, we had 2 turnovers, but they gained no points off either one of our turnovers last week.
That does it for the first quarter in Troy. 15 minutes are in the books, and it is 7-all here between RPI and Western New England.
We want to remind you, you're listening to Rensselaer Football on WRPI 91.5 Troy. Also to remind you, we'll be at Buffalo State next week. It's a 1 p.m. start. And then the 7th, we have a bye week, and then the 7th of October, it's a game at Hobart. That's a 12 o'clock start. Next time we'll be home is Ithaca. New team in the league this year. It's going to be reunion and homecoming weekend. We hope you all come out to take part in that. It's always a special weekend. And we got a new opponent in the league, and they will be a tough opponent. So come out and see some good Division III football. RPI's been playing good ball all year. And there's our stats for the first quarter. Let's see how much I can see here. Offensive yards. RPI 63, 112 for Western New England.
We are back to action as the second quarter starts in Troy. RPI right to left, Western New England left to right across your radio dial in this quarter. Engineers 3rd and 5 at their own 37. Trimpert under pressure, sacked inside the 30-yard line. He never had a chance there.
No, nobody touched him. Nobody touched him at all. He just flew in there and nailed him. Trimpert had 2 completions for 11 yards. Rushing. Tavinis had 2 for 8. Esposito 1 for 7.
Jalacour was one of the people on the sack there for Western New England. Puts RPI back at their own 30, 31 thereabouts. Anyway, RPI is going to punt the ball. Looks like Razik is back to punt. Kicks it away, goes off the side of his foot. That was a bad kick. Where are they going to spot this ball? Referee moves up to the 50, 49. It'll be at the Western New England 49-yard line. Not a good kick for RPI. That only netted them 21 yards.
Razik hasn't been starting this year so far. The freshman Zach Montreve has been the person who, in the first 2 games, did all the punting. Coach told me there's a good competition for that position. Huff has 7 carries for 32 yards.
Western New England 1st and 10 at their own 49. Best start for any of their possessions today. Service fakes the handoff, throws sideline, and it's caught, and it is complete. Yeah, that'll be a first down for Western New England. Who did he complete it to? Looking at the wrong side. He completed it to
number 5. Well, there it is right there. Number 84.
Dietrich is 84. 1st and 10 at the 35 of RPI for Western New England. Tied at 7 early in the second quarter. Straight up the middle on the handoff. Inside the 30 to the 29. Got 15. Wolf with carry? No, 16. That is Soberanis with the pickup there for Western New England. Gets 6 on that first down play. It'll be 2nd down and 4. He takes the carry this time, and he stopped behind the line of scrimmage, stopped at the 30-yard line. That'll be a loss of 1.
The host of engineers in there.
Stopped at the 30-yard line. Loss of 1, 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, the guy that made the tackle, number 58, Isaiah Hall, just came off the field.
3rd down and 5. Service throws behind Davis. Damon Davis was the intended receiver, threw behind him at the first down marker. And it'll be 4th down, and I believe Western New England's going to go for it here. This looks to me like outside the range of their kicker. So the offense stays on the field. 4th and 5, Western New England at the RPI 30.
Big down for the defense.
2 receivers each side. Service looks left. Puts it up and underthrows the intended receiver, and Western New England turns the ball over on downs at the RPI 30.
Some nice pressure by the engineers in there. Number 89 for the engineers, Cole Valinati, really rushed the passer heavily, and he had to rush the pass and threw it to the ground.
First and 10, RPI at their own 30, tied at 7 with 12:54 to go in the first half.
They need to get the offense going here.
They have progressed backwards on their field position starts through 5 possessions. Trimpert, after the fake handoff, throws sidelines and overthrows Ackerman.
We've gotten a number of overthrows. When Trimpert's off, it's usually an overthrow.
This is the toughest secondary RPI has been up against this year.
Oh, yeah.
They are much tighter on the receivers.
Well, House was right with him on that play, or Brendan Smith.
It's House. It was House.
House is the D-back, so I assume it was him, but I don't know what you can assume by this.
2nd down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Ramsdell takes the handoff to the 30. Ramsdell, 35, hit and stopped at the 36. So he gets 6 going right, and it'll be a 3rd down and 4 RPI.
Johnny Ramsdell, 5'7", 170 pounds, Haverhill, Massachusetts. And I'm telling you, if he breaks that corner, turns it on, they're not going to catch him.
3rd down and 4. RPI looking to the sidelines. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right for the Engineers. Trimpert out of the shotgun. Looks right, pulls the ball back down, starts to run under pressure. Now he's going to go to the left, and he throws the ball away into the RPI bench. They were looking right now for intentional grounding. They won't call that, and it'll be 4th down and 4. RPI gets possession after Western New England turns it over on downs, but not able to get a first down.
Tim Hoffman was all over the RPI quarterback in that play.
Looks like Razik is back to punt. Davis back to return this. High kick. And Davis is hit before the ball gets there. Well, that's as obvious a foul as you're going to see in football. Interference with the opportunity to catch the ball. This reminds me of a game back when RPI played down in New Jersey against Kane. The same exact thing happened. That time it was the RPI player getting hit before the ball showed up. But
yeah, number 29 for the
personal foul, kick catch interference, number 29, 15, first down.
So he got hit around the 27, and this will come out to the 42. It's a personal foul when that happens. 11:53 to go here in the first half, tied at 7. Western New England starting out at their own, well, call it the 43. Yeah, 43 would be right. Golden Bears put a man in motion. That is Townsend. He heads back to the right. Service. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, dashes around one defender, caught by the ankles by the second, and Service is down at the 45.
That was Brian Hayes, number 48 on the tackle for the Engineers. We've heard his name a number of times today so far.
2 in the backfield with Service, 2 receivers to the left. Second down and about 8. They'll hand off to Hoff, and he gets to the 49. So pickup of 2, then a pickup of 4, and it'll be 3rd down and 4 for Western New England.
I think Gonzalez was in there. Andre Gonzalez was in there on that play.
3 receivers to the left. It's a pass to Hoff in the flat. He takes it, breaks a tackle, gets the first down, and Hoff is to the 45 of RPI, and it'll be a first down for the Golden Bears.
Didn't even seem like a pass. It was like just looped over to him.
Whatever works. There's an injured engineer on the field, and we'll have an official timeout. 10:55 to go here, first half. Western New England and RPI tied at 7. RPI's defense, while we have a pause. Paul Marinan, Malik Joseph, Diego Catino, and Cole Bellinati are the line up front. The linebackers are Oliver Caja, Jack Hoggard, and Brant Beck. The cornerbacks are Sean Egan and DJ Stefanski, and the safeties are Brian Hayes and Rory McCarthy.
It's like 83 for the Engineers.
That is
Paul Marinan.
He is being helped off the field by the training staff. He's off the field, and we're back to action. 1st and 10, Western New England at the RPI 45, tied at 7. 3 receivers to the right for Service. He hands off on first down and maybe gets 2, possibly 3 yards. Soberanis on the carry for Western New England.
On the carry. Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8. Western New England not substituting much, forcing RPI to keep their defense out there. Soberanis takes the ball once more, and he stopped after a gain of 1 at the 42. One substitution there for Western New England. Gunderway came on the field. RPI also swapped out 1 on D. Under 10 to play first half, tied at 7. Western New England, 3rd down and 7 at the 42. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. You got a man in the backfield and a man in the slot, both of those to the left of Service. Service hands this off straight up the middle, and this will go down to the 37. again,
Soberanis on the carry.
Soberanis takes the carry for Western New England, and it sets up a 4th down play,
7-yard line.
and Western New England keeps the offense out there. 4th down and about 2 at the 37. Service, another handoff, and where's the ball? I don't think he made it. He had to get to the 35, and Soberanis did not get there. He only got it out to the 36.5. So Western New England turns the ball over on downs. RPI takes over on their side of the field.
RPI's doing defenses, for the most part, they're bending them but not breaking. But the offense is not showing much at this stage in the game. And you can't leave that defense out in the field for that long. I know we rotate a lot, our players on both sides of the ball, to wear down the other side and have some people ready for the following year with some game experience. But when they have when the opposition has the ball for a long time on a little bit of a warm day.
1st and 10, RPI at the 37. New running back in there. That's Nick Cella. Takes the ball for RPI. He's to the 41-yard line as he ran to the right. RPI trying to get some fresh legs, get some more motion on the ball here.
Yeah, they're trying to. They got 12 backs to rotate, so they might as well.
The weather today, it's slightly cloudy. I'm not even sure that's a term. It's in the 70s, but humid.
Yeah, it's humid.
It is humid today. And that is probably worse than any temperature you're going to have. On 2nd down, they're going to give this to the slot back, and he takes out one of the yard marker guys. That's Michelin on the carry. He crossed the 45, then wiped out the guy with the yard marker.
Nice carry by Michelin. Nice job by the O-line on that side.
To the 45-yard line.
It's dangerous over there on the sidelines.
2 for the Engineers.
Well, they got a problem. They not only took out the guy holding the yard marker, but it came disconnected from the chain. So they need to fix that. 8:38 to go here, first half. Tied at 7 in Troy. There's a reason some of us involved with the game are up on the 6th floor and not on the sidelines.
Took us many years to get up here. We used to stand outside the engineering center.
I liked that.
I did too.
I missed that.
Oh, I didn't like it as much as this. Are you kidding?
Actually, I liked it better than this.
Not no freezing days. I didn't.
That was the best view. I didn't have a problem with that. I liked that
Oh,
view.
the view was great.
3rd down and 2, RPI at the 45, their own 45. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Tight end on the right as well. Handoff to Cella. Cella's got the 1st down, and he'll be into Western New England territory to the 49.
Cella ran very hard, and the O-line did a good job opening up that hole. This is the first series where RPI successfully running the ball. I hope they keep running it quickly. That's when they're most effective. But not this time.
Looks to me like he got a bonus yard on that. His knee hit before he got to the 50. The ball should have been at the 50. RPI got a favorable spot on that play. 1st and 10 at the 49 for Western New England. Tied at 7. 7:50 to go here in the first half. And Cella takes the ball again, and he's to the 43.
Let me tell you something. He's going off right tackle each time.
That Western New England defense, Ryan Smith, Sam Edward, Sean Sturgis are up front. Kevin McLaughlin is the rover. The linebackers are Mike Churko and Tim Huffin. RPI on 2nd and about 4, picks up 1. Cella's only going straight ahead, only gets 1 that time.
Scott Black has been playing very well over there on the offensive line.
And Curtis Jellicoe is the other linebacker for Western New England. The cornerbacks are Greg Metellus and Zeri House, and the safeties are Sam Olson and Chris Quarles. 3rd down and about 3 for RPI at the Western New England 42. Trimpered out of the shotgun, and he'll hand off. RPI is going left this time, and is this a 1st down? It should be. Cella took it, and I think he got to the 39, and that should be enough for a 1st down. Yep, it is. Engineers 1st and 10 at the 38 of Western New England. Wells now goes into the backfield, and they fake the handoff to Wells. Trimpert has the ball. Trimpert's rolling out to his right, being chased, and now he throws the ball out of bounds, and it's incomplete on 1st down.
There's nobody over there. You know, the down before that, there was somebody in the game that we haven't seen for a while, and he was on defense last year. That's what confused me. Duda. He was on that play.
2nd and 10 for RPI. Wells pushes one of the defenders down, and he goes out of bounds at about the 28. Nope, the 33, pardon me. I always get the numbers wrong here.
Zare House took him down.
Out of bounds at 32. Let's go up to 32. It'll be 3rd down and 4 RPI.
Engineers continue to run people in and out of the game.
On 3rd down and 4, RPI keeps it on the ground, and Meislin gets free from the initial hit. He gets a 1st down, and he's forced out at the 23.
Forced out by number 17. But that was a nice second effort on his part.
Timeout. Western New England.
Western New England calls a timeout as we have 5:47 left to go here in the 1st half. RPI and Western New England tied at 7.
Once again, want to remind you, you're listening to Wrestler Football on WRPI 91.5 Troy. 5:47 to go in the half. Score tied 7-7. RPI has moved the ball well on this series. On the ground.
On Saturday, September 23rd. The Engineers play the University of Montreal at 5 p.m.
Timeout is over with in Troy. RPI back to the line. 1st and 10 at the Golden Bear 22-yard line. Tied at 7, 5:47 to go, 1st half. Trimpert takes the high snap, looks downfield, doesn't see anything, under pressure, now throws in the flat, and that goes out of bounds through the hands of Eder, and out of bounds, incomplete.
That was thrown a little high.
That sets up 2nd and 10 for the Engineers.
Eder was open too.
Engineers will keep it on the ground now. Meislin takes it to the left, gets out to the 15. That's a +7 for the Engineers.
Number 12. That must be Zare House on tackle. Defensive back number 12. Not the quarterback.
3rd down and 3. Ball on the 15. Trimpert, hands off. That'll be Wells. He's got a 1st down. Almost got past the defender right in front of him, Sweeney, but he ends up getting tripped up. He stopped. They're going to call it at the 10. It'll be 1st and goal, RPI. Engineers, Trimpert. Hands off on 1st down. Along the sidelines, it's Cella, and he steps out at the 4. Suddenly found some room, but he inadvertently stepped out at the 4. Looked like he was going to get down to the 2 or 1.
2nd down and goal.
Cella's been running very well since he came in the game.
2nd down and goal at the 4-yard line. Cello with the carry once more, tripped up before he gets to the goal line. He stopped at the 2, and RPI is looking at 3rd and goal.
Number 95 for Western New England on the tackle, and that is Sean Sturgis.
On third down, Cella straight ahead, backs up, and is he in? RPI's waiting for a signal. Touchdown, RPI. Backed into the end zone, and RPI takes a 13-7 lead.
Now, RPI, that was the best series we've had since the first score in the game. They took the ball down the field, drove it down, kept the ball on the ground. The offensive line did a very nice job, and we just moved it consistently down and finally cracked it in from short yardage out.
Cap on to try the extra point. Snap the spot, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So RPI leads 14-7 with 4:10 left to go in the first half.
It's a good football game. This is two good football teams playing very hard. That was the best series, I thought, for the O-line. They did a nice job, and the placement of Cella in the backfield at this time was a good one because he carried the ball about 4 times and he ran hard every time. He got the one going in, didn't he?
Yes.
Glad, because he brought it there for the most part. He and the O-line. I can't forget that O-line with the AD sitting behind me. Old loan mine, man.
Cap to kick off for RPI. Davis and Jones back for Western New England.
Top in contention for that National Kicking Award.
Jones will take it to the 3-yard line, to the 5, 10, to the 15, 20, caught, and stopped at the 21. So Western New England with 4:04 to go in the half as a 79-yard field.
Good pursuit on the special teams. Very good pursuit.
Western New England comes in having lost to Springfield 35-21 in week 1 and then defeated Westfield State last week 38-6.
Coach Dittman does a great job with the special teams.
And we've got a flag. This is a false start against Western New England. Yep.
False start, offense.
4:04
84, 5 yards, replay first.
RPI leads at 14-7. It's beautiful fall afternoon.
Bill Henry, the referee for today's game in Troy. 1st and 15 for Western New England. Service on the quarterback run, finds some room to the 25, to the 30. He's got a first down, caught, but not before he gets the chains moving out to the 35-yard line.
Finally got brought down by Brian Hayes. Brian's made a number of tackles today.
3:45 to go first half, 14-7, RPI leads. Western New England 1st and 10 at their own 35. Fakes a handoff to Hoff. Service throws. That's incomplete. Wolf was the intended receiver over to the right.
Grant Beck and Anthony Gallo, the defenders on that play. Both guys were covered pretty well.
Western New England puts 3 receivers to the left this time. Hoff in the backfield. He takes the shovel pass, really a lateral, to the 35, to the 40. Flag comes out in the defensive backfield. Now the back judge is moving his flag up to the 35, which was actually in the offensive backfield. And I think this one's coming back. It's a hold against Western New England. No, chop block.
It's a chop block, yeah.
Block below the waist.
Or block
Number
below the
15,
waist.
15-yard penalty. Replay second.
In a game last night on TV. game was almost over, but they showed him calling, must have been 25 penalties, each one separately. He made the motions.
What was there, brawl?
I don't know what. I didn't see a lot of the game. It was Arizona State. But I just turned it on, and there it was, all these penalties.
2nd and 25, Service under pressure at his own 10, gets away from it, throws the ball, and it's incomplete. He managed just to get it forward. I think his arm is also being grabbed at the same time, but he got rid of it to prevent the loss of yards.
Engineers all over him.
It'll be a 3rd and 25 for Western New England. Yeah, his arm was being grabbed when he managed to push the ball away, but it was a forward pass. Service throws short on 3rd down, and he loses the ball. Is that a completed pass or a fumble? The receiver had it near the 20, then it fell loose and recovered at the 25 by, looks like, Western New England. No, RPI came up with it. Now they're arguing it's a fumble. RPI recovered at the 25.
That's a big play. Very big play. 3:10 to go in the half. This doesn't seem like it's going to be one of those real high-scoring games. Who knows? But I would have thought that last week. All of a sudden, the 3rd quarter, we exploded for about 20-something points.
So Western New England, it was a reception at the 20, and the receiver made a move. Did he have, the question always is, did he have possession when he made the move? The officials ruled he did, and then lost the ball. Recovered by RPI at the Western New England 25. So the Engineers up by 7, in good position to have put at least 3 on the board here. 3-receiver formation. Trimpert looks to throw. Sees nothing downfield. Puts the ball down. Now he's going to throw it up in the air. Looking end zone and interference against Western New England. The ball was caught out of bounds.
He just pushed.
But the defender for Western New England pushed the receiver.
That's right.
Before the ball got there. So it's possible he could have caught it inbounds had he not been pushed.
Pass interference, number 15, 15 yards, 1st down.
It's a big play for the Engineers. Got to take advantage of these times. Get down there in that red zone.
So it'll be 1st and goal RPI at the 10. 3:02 to go in the half. 14-7 RPI leads.
If they're successful here, it will have been 2 series in a row where they moved the ball well on the ground.
Just a reminder, this is WRPI Troy with Engineer Football from the East Campus Stadium in Troy, New York. RPI on the run on 1st down, goes to the right, and they only make it out to the 9-yard line.
18, Ramsdell on the carry.
That was Johnny Ramsdell with the ball for RPI. Engineers in no rush as time's winding down in the half. They will get the ball to start out the second half of play.
2nd and goal from the 9.
RPI 2nd and goal at the 9. Wells in the backfield behind Trimpert. Ramsdell is now a wide out to the left. Wells takes the carry, goes straight ahead. Wells to the 5. Wells in for the touchdown. 9-yard run.
Wells really runs like a bulldozer. Last week he had a big gainer on one play. The following play, they gave him the ball again. This time he literally ran over 3 guys, and I mean right over them. Kept going. Unbelievable. He's very strong. He's a 5'11", but he's a 200-pounder. He's solid.
Davies on the hold. Cap out to try the extra point. Snap spot. Kick is up. Kick's good. 21-7. RPI lead with 2:16 to go, 1st half.
This is a good football game. It's 21-7, but the game's been a lot closer than the score shows right now. It's that turnover was big. Apparently a completed pass and fumbled.
After the game, check
Uh,
out the
it was-
kitchen.
It was probably a tough call. It looked like a tough call.
No replay in Division III, so they called it as they saw it.
Before Cap will kick off. Back
Cap to kick off again.
Devon Davis and 20.
Fifth time today.
Byron Jones.
He has gotten a lot of kickoff action this season for RPI.
This is the first game I saw where he didn't kick one in the end zone yet. So every one of them's been on like the 1 yard line.
The ball doesn't travel as well when it's humid. Kicks it and touched by Western New England at the 11 by Jones, and he has to do something with it, and he'll make it out to the 16-yard line. I think Jones was caught between letting the ball bounce and maybe go out of bounds, but if it doesn't, he's in a worse position, and I think he ultimately opted to take the ball, which is probably the right choice.
Yes. Andrew Benavis, number 96, on the tackle for the Engineers.
2:12 to go in the half. Western New England trailing by 14 with the ball at their own 16.
We remind you once again you're listening to RPI Football on WRPI 91.5 Troy.
Service, pitch in the backfield. Western New England to the left side, across the 20, out to maybe the 23. Who had the ball that time? I think it was Townsend, yes. Townsend had the ball. Western New England to the line. They've got 2 timeouts remaining. They burned 1 in this half. Service fakes the handoff. Looks left, throws. Is that complete? Yes, that's complete for a first down to the 30. Dietrich on the reception. Went out of bounds immediately, but Western New England moves the chains. 1:42 to go in the half. Two receivers to the right, one to the left for the Golden Bears. They'll put it on the ground this time, and this isn't going to get them anything. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Hoff got nothing. Western New England right now not stopping the clock.
59 Cutino.
Second and 10 at the 30. 4 receiver formation. Hoff in the backfield. Service throws on the slam pattern to Dietrich. That's complete to the 37. Not a first down. Tackled immediately by Egan. It'll be third and about, well, they call him the 38 on this. 3rd and 2 for Western New England at their own 38. Under a minute to go in the first half. Service is looking left, doesn't see anything. Starts to run with the ball. He'll get caught, and he's stopped at the 37. And they'll be setting up 4th and 3. You have to think that Western New England's going to punt the ball now, and RPI will be signaling a timeout. They think they can do something with the remaining time.
Diego Catino on the tackle.
RPI first.
Western New England at their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, let's see. RPI's got time, 47.2 seconds.
The only score we have out of town late in the second, Union 17, Gallaudet 14.
Malumia into the punt. Connor Davis back deep.
Davies back for the punt. Lalumina gets the ball. No real pressure. High kick. Bounces at the RPI 32 and goes out of bounds. There's 38 seconds left here in the half. RPI will have the ball right around their own 30. Up by 14.
RPI did this last week. They had about 5 or 6 not very good series. And after that, they started to run off one series after another. where they did very well. So they've had 2 in a row now.
RPI is going into the victory formation. They'll take a knee. Western New England, are they going to stop the clock? Because really, that's not going to do them any good. RPI has to do this one more time, then the teams will go to the locker room.
Don't they have to snap it?
Well, somehow the clock changed to 25, and I thought the clock was actually, no, it's a 40-second clock. Oh, okay, my bad. It's 40 seconds. There were 38 seconds left in the half, so they didn't have to snap it again. I think the play clock did start to run at one point, but then it has to stop because it's no longer valid. So that does it for the first half here in Troy. RPI leading 21-7 against Western New England.
I think the story in general of the first half is Western RPI come out early and got an early score. I think their first series. They got that, and then for the next, I don't know, maybe quarter, a little more than a quarter, WPI kind of dominated. Well, let me take a look at the time on the stats to see. Yeah, WPI had first quarter 10-13. RPI had 4:47. And the reason they had a 10-13 is they were grinding it out on the ground.
I would direct your attention to midfield.
The Western New England was. And after that, RPI had a series where they moved the ball very deliberately down.
Uptown, downtown, everybody get down. It's about to go down. Are you ready? On your mark, get set, let's go. It goes left foot, it goes right foot, it goes left foot, it goes right foot. Like you catch the ball, touch your toes, turn around like it's goal. Back it up, so you know you're in control. Like a watermelon.
Now let's welcome some younger members of the dance team from the RPI Dance Team Kids Camp.
Look out!
Now, fans, we'll direct your attention to the north end zone with a beautiful Honda vehicle. And today's contestant will have a chance to win a 2-year lease on that 2017 Honda Fit. Please welcome Colin Nagao. All he's going to do is split the uprights from 25 yards, and he gets a 2-year lease on that Honda Fit. Let's give him a round of applause and a little encouragement. That's a good effort, Colin. Thank you for participating in today's Honda Field Goal Kick. You had a shot at the 2017 Honda Fit. Fans, you could drive away in one today, or come see any of Honda's amazing automobiles just a mile east of ECAV Stadium at Rensselaer Honda. They're at 770 Whistle Road in Troy, or online at getahonda.net. Come experience why Rensselaer Honda is simply better. And at halftime, don't forget to stop by the ECAV Stadium Pro Shop next to the concession stand. They offer t-shirts, long sleeves, crew neck, and more. Visit the official store of the Engineers at rpi.fanshop.com.
think what we've got is we've got a good core of guys that are
RPI Football would like to thank the following sponsors: Moe's, GE, Subway, The Ruck, the Hilton Garden Inn, Wetzler Honda, Domino's, Pattison, Sampson, Ginsburg, and Griffin Law Firm, the Rensselaer Alumni Association, Stanley Steamer, Sodexo, the Recovery Sports Grill, Sefcute, Repeat Business Simpson Systems, Dunkin' Donuts, Yankee Trails, Tri-City Rentals, Toyota, BSN Sports, CDPHP, and Ryan's Wake. All proud sponsors of RPI Football. Are you looking to take that cruise or all-inclusive vacation of a lifetime? Or maybe you just want to get away for a day or two. Yankee Trails is the Capital Region's premier travel agency and motor coach tour provider. Specializing in group travel, Yankee Trails is also available for all your group transportation needs. For more information, quote requests, or to make reservations, call 286-2400 or visit online at yankeetrails.com. Some other scores around the East. All at the half, it's Union 17, Calumet 14. Alfred State 7, Rochester 0. Buffalo State 28, Morrisville 26. Middle of the first quarter, it's Springfield 14, Mount Ida 0.
All the action live on 91.5 FM WRPI Troy. Before we start the second half, we would like to thank the Rensselaer Union. They provide the funding for WRPI and all the club-related activity of the Institute, and that includes WRPI's coverage of engineer football, hockey, and baseball. Also, WRPI is on the World Wide Web. Point your browser to WRPI.org, and you can pick up our broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As long as we are sending something out over the air, the ether of the air will provide it for you on that feed. Once again, that is WRPI.org. Under a minute to go, according to the scoreboard, as to when we are going to start the third quarter here in Troy. RPI will be getting the ball to start out the third quarter, unless they do something bizarre at the option here, but they deferred their selection to the second half. What do we got for stats, Bob?
Okay. My microphone on? Okay. Seemed like it was. 198 yards for Western New England. 49 carries, 33 for RPI, 135. Let's see. Punts. Western New England 4 for 37.8. RPI 3 for 31.7. Fewer penalties, 4 penalties for 45 yards. I'm sorry, they were. And RPI 2 penalties for 21 yards. 21? Possession time, 16:41 Western New England 13-19. See, it's getting closer. RPI has started to run the ball in their series, the last 2 series. Has the ball a lot longer. Third down conversions. Western New England 5 of 12. RPI 5 of 9. Fourth down conversions. WPI 0 for 2. RPI 0 for 1. Red zone scores, chances. Western New England 1 for 1. RPI 2 for 2. Rushing. Cella 8 for 31. Michelin 3 for 21. Ethan Wells 5 for 21. And Tavinis 2 for 8. I'll pick him up later. We're just ready to start the second half now.
Lombard getting ready to boot the ball away. It'll be Western New England left to right, RPI right to left across your radio dial in quarter number 3. He kicks it away into the end zone, and RPI is going to take it at the 25. They'll take a knee in the end zone.
See if RPI can pick up where they left off. They've chosen to have the ball kicked to them every game, haven't they?
I think they've deferred every game.
Yeah. I mean, getting the ball kicked to them in the second half. They have deferred.
First and 10, RPI at their own 25, up by 14 as we start quarter number 3. Rupert out of the shotgun. Hands off on first down, and RPI gets about 4 to the 29. Cella with the carry for RPI. The crowd today is light. As Bob and I have talked many times, in this area of the country, you don't know how many good weekends you have left in the year. And this is actually a pretty good weekend if people want to go outside and do something, and usually the crowd isn't that good at that time. RPI is going to get a first down here on second down as Cella breaks it free to the left, gets to the sidelines, and is brought down at the West New England 48.
Finally brought down by number 13, Dakota Cross.
Sweeney.
Now, how do you know? Wing and bear.
Wing is an offense, Bears defense.
Does everybody know that? Wing and bear.
I think there may be some people who don't know that. This is coming back, by the way. There's a penalty on the play, so it's coming back. It won't be at the 48-yard line.
Why don't they just say
Hold, offense, number 40.
Right tackle.
10-yard penalty,
I knew wing and
replay
bear
second.
is the difference. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Holding penalty against RPI, so that play comes back. It'll be 2nd and 15 from the 20-yard line. Trimpert in the flat to Ramsdell, complete at the 20, and he's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nice open field tackle by Sweeney.
Yeah, Sweeney.
Or is that?
Sweeney's made a number of tackles. Let's see what he did in the first. Yeah, he had 5 tackles in the first half. 3 on.
No, actually, that was Jellicoe.
No, Sweeney.
Jellicoe.
You mean here?
On the tackle.
Oh.
Just check the replay and listen to Al. Third down, Ramsdell takes the handoff from Trimpert, goes to the outside to the 25 and out of bounds, maybe a little bit beyond that. So that holding penalty proves costly. Instead of having the ball near midfield, RPI is going to send out the punt team on 4th down.
4th and 8 from the RPI, 27-yard line.
That penalty killed what could have been a good series. That was a big first down. They were down at least to 50, weren't they?
They were at the Western New England 48 after that play that got called back. Mistakes can hurt you. Razik with a low kick. Golden Bears will let this one bounce. And it's down by RPI near the Western New England 32. There's 13:01 to go here in the third quarter. RPI leads 21-7.
Western New England starts 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
RPI defense on the field for the first time this half. Stefanski's out there. Ryan Hayes.
First and 10 for Western New England at their own 32, down by 14. Three receivers to the right. They're going to hand off on first down, and Hoff takes it to the 40. And this is where, when they scored in the first half and they were getting yards in some of their other drives, it was really staying on the ground that got them yards.
Second down and 2.
Sean Egan in on that tackle.
Tight end to the left, a fake the handoff to Hoff. Service keeps it himself, winds his way through the line to the 45, to the 50. Flag comes out right around the 50-yard line. Service had made it around the 50 when the flag came flying out, and it's holding against Western New England.
Looks like number 84 is the one that's very upset. So,
Hold, 84, 10-yard penalty, replay the down.
Called for the hold.
He's just a senior wide receiver.
There are holding plays that are more costly than others. Obviously, you don't want a play get called back. If you hold right at the line of scrimmage and the play breaks out, then you didn't deserve those yards. In this case, the hold occurred around the 50. So they would have had a lot more yards if Dietrich had just not touched the other person. They would have had a first down, and instead it's second down and 2. Two receivers each side for Western New England on second and 2. On the ground, this will be a first down for Hoff, and Hoff gets to the 49.
They're running that middle pretty good.
Tackled by Roy McCarthy and number 38, Ryan Hayes.
Well, they'll say the 50. First and 10 for Western New England at the 50. Shovel pass in the backfield to Hoff. He gets hit and kind of pushed forward, almost picks up 2 yards on the push itself.
Brought down by 2 different engineers. Number 59 is one of them.
For Western New England, there is an injured player.
Catino's made a number of tackles today.
Liam McDonald is injured for Western New England, so we'll have an official timeout. 12:05 to go, third quarter. RPI 21, Western New England 7.
We want to once again remind you folks that you're listening to Rensselaer football on WRPI 91.5 Troy.
Alfred State leads Rochester 7-0 at the half in the first Liberty League contest for Ithaca, in the first Liberty League contest of the year. Ithaca leads St. Lawrence 14-6 in the second.
Where is that game?
Canton. Second and 8 for Western New England. They're going to be heavy on the left. Service is throwing left, and it goes off Dietrich's hands, incomplete.
Thrown a little bit high, but I think he could have caught it.
That's at least the second pass that should have been caught by the receivers, and it got juggled around.
Yep.
Third down and 8 for Western New England at the RPI 48. Service on the handoff. This is not going to be a first down for Western New England. Only out to about the 45.5. Who got it? Anastasi on the carry for Western New England.
Jack Hoggart, first guy there for the Engineers, probably 2 or 3 others, but Hoggart's the first guy. Looks like Western New England will kick.
Lolumia back to kick. Davies back for RPI inside his own 10. Lolumia boots it. Davies takes it at the 14, avoids 1 tackle to the 20. Davies toward the sidelines, and he's swarmed under at the 24. 11:04 to go here. Third quarter in Troy. RPI 21, Western New England 7.
With a 10-yard return, Engineers take over.
RPI did not look very well. They looked well in that one play, but they got it called back. After that, they just didn't do well in that rest of that series. Had to punt the ball. This is visions of last week in the second half, right around in our own territory, deep.
First and 10 Engineers at their own 24. Moving right to left, that's towards the empty or the open end of the East Campus Stadium. Engineers on the ground. Wells on first down, gets to the 28.
He's tackled by number 45 for Western New England. That's Tim Huffman. Huffam, Huffam, senior linebacker.
Second down. Handoff gets to the 30, maybe the 31. Handoff looked a little dicey to me. Who knows Watts for RPI in running the play. RPI quickly in a 3rd and 3.
Gains to the 31-yard line. 3rd down and 3.
Bobby Boost kind of led the offensive line charge on that one.
3rd down and 3 for the Engineers. Trimper, play action. Looks downfield, puts the ball up in the air, looking for Ackerman. Ackerman has got it. Yes, he's got it in Western New England territory. Tackled almost immediately by House, but he's able to pull the ball down near the 27. It'll be a first down RPI.
That was well thrown as well.
I wasn't sure he was going to be able to hold on to it when he hit the ground. Engineers, Munoz Watts on first down, takes the ball from Trimper, and he's to the 22.
45 once again for Western New England. That's Huffman. Well, Huffam again. Tim Huffam.
RPI 2nd and 3 at the Western New England 22. 21-7 they lead here in the 3rd quarter. Engineers trying to go left, turn the corner. Wells not able to do that. He gets 2 yards. Well, okay, he's going to get close to a first down. I didn't think he got that far, but he went out of bounds, they say, at the 19, and they'll call that one a first down. Have we seen a measurement yet this year?
No. No, you haven't. 36, Michael Manning. Nope, it's the tight end, Josh. Nope, it is Kyle Apgar.
Apgar is on defense, yes.
Yes.
I'm thinking that would have close enough that maybe you want to look at, but nope, they're going to eyeball it and say first down. 9 to go here in the 3rd quarter. RPI up 21-7. First down and 10 at the 19. And the Engineers run straight ahead. Chella takes it to the 15, let's call it, for a gain of 4.
Tackled by 96 Sam Edward.
Edwards, the first guy there, along with 48. That's Mike Zaras.
2nd down and 6.
Yeah, all the teams in this year have people with the same number.
It's called a big roster, and RPI gives it Chella right before there was a defender ready to hit Trimper, and Chella gets a first down as he goes straight ahead to the 8.
Yeah, Chella's been running hard late in the first half, and that play itself. Yeah, they got 2 number 1s, 2 number 2s, 2 number 3s.
Trimper fakes the throw after the handoff, and that doesn't get RPI much. Maybe to the 5-6 yard line. 2 or 3 gained on that carry by RPI as they are in a 2nd and goal at the 6.
Tackled by Edward. Second down and goal.
7:40 to go here, 3rd quarter. 2nd and goal at the 6 yard line for RPI. Trimper gives on the handoff and into the end zone. Running to the left is Kelly. RPI leads 27-7.
Nice job by the offensive line. Left side of the offensive line, let him in. Some blocking backs ahead of him also. Engineers' ground game has really looked good today. And they've been taking time off the clock in the ground game as well.
Cap on the kick. Davies on the hold. Snap, spots down, kick is up. and the kick is good. 28-7, RPI leads, 7:33 to go, third quarter.
Cap's 4 for 4 today. Had a great week last week. And he had a great week the first week. So I think he had 5 or 6 PATs the first week and a field goal. Last week, I know he had to have 4 PATs, maybe 5. And then he got the one that was blocked and he took it in for 2. $7:33 to go in the third quarter. RPI leads at 28-7. Again, we remind you you're listening to Rensselaer Football on 91.5 WRPI Troy. Kurt Stutt and Bob Conway here on the call.
Cap boots it. This one is going end zone. It'll go out of the end zone, and Western New England takes it at 25.
That's where we usually see it.
Western New England will start first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Engineers rotating people in that second in the defense.
First and 10, Western New England at their own 25-yard lane. They trail by 21 now. Service pitches it in the backfield. Going left. Western New England gets back 2 with the Gunderway carry.
Number 2, Lauren Gunderway.
Western New England more successful than RPI in the air in the first half, but they really haven't put it up much here in the second half.
No.
All right, now's the time. You're down to a quarter and a half, trailing by 3 scores. They need to at least get some passing game established. Huff takes the carry, and he gets out to the 30. Huff, pardon me. Makes it to the 30-yard line to set up a 3rd down and 3 for Western New England.
On that tackle was number 79 for the Engineers. Amache Conquo, sorry.
3rd down and 5. Service looks to throw. Under pressure. Is going to get hit. Sacked back at the 25.
I think that's Malik Joseph.
And I think Dietrich was actually open around the 50-45 of RPI in that area. I think he was actually open back there.
Big captain. Excited about that sack.
But Western New England needs to get back into this, and they are very quickly 3 and out. And that was their second possession of the second half. High snap. Taken. Punt picked up by Davies on a bounce at the 35. And he got a few more yards. He got grabbed around the 35, 36-yard line. He got a couple more yards out to the 40. Koitman is the one who got a hold of him.
Let's see if the Engineers can continue the ground game. Or maybe they'll mix it up a little this time. I don't know.
The clock, time on the clock only is going to work against RPI. You want to get that clock down. I say you keep it on the ground until you can't move it.
Oh, I agree. That's what they've been doing. The end of the first half, and so far the second half.
5:58 to go here, third quarter. RPI up 28-7 on Western New England. 1st and 10, RPI after the punt at the Engineer 40-yard line. Trimpert hands off. Good block out there. Oh, and ball is loose at the 42-yard line. And did RPI recover? No, where'd the ball go? Western New England has the ball. Okay, so the ball came loose. And I think RPI, if you're RPI, Trimpert's trying to point out, look at the replay. And I'm wondering if the arm hit and that knocked the ball loose. seeing the aftermath of it right now up here in the booth. I didn't see the actual play. So RPI turns it over on a fumble at their own 42-yard line. Western New England suddenly has a bit more life than they had a couple of minutes ago.
2 mistakes. One cost them a long pass, and this one, well, we don't know what it's going to cost them.
Huff on the carry on first down, gets to the RPI 37, and RPI's claiming a fumble. The officials haven't said anything yet, and what have we got? Yep, it's RPI's ball. Western New England fumbles it back to RPI at the 37. They trade turnovers, and the Engineers have it once more.
That's Oliver Cajun, number 55. Why doesn't that surprise me? One of the 4 captains, Egan Cajun, Joseph, and the big running back, Wells.
1st and 10 RPI at their own 37. Let's see if somebody can hold on to the ball this time. And RPI does on this play. Don't make it out. Wells takes it out to the 45. He gains 8. RPI leading here 28-7 with 5:20 to go in the 3rd quarter.
He was taken down by Mike Farrell, freshman linebacker, number 41.
Second down, RPI goes left again. Wells has got room. He's got a first down and leaps forward to the 50 as he was grabbed.
Yeah, number 33.
Olsen grabbed him.
Yep. Sam Olsen. He's a defensive back, a senior.
First and 10 RPI as the ball is just touching the 50. 4:45 to go 3rd quarter. RPI leads 28-7. 3 receiver formation. Wells in the backfield for Trimpert. Tight ends on the left. Fakes the handoff to Wells. Trimpert looking downfield. Doesn't see anything. Throws it. Intercepted by by Western New England. We'll get out to the 35-yard line. Ganley on the INT for the Golden Bears. And like I said before, Western New England's back in, they got something going for them again here as they're down to the RPI 35 on the INT.
Had 3 mistakes. 3 mistakes in the second half already. Every one of them very costly.
Western New England 1st and 10 at the RPI 35-yard line.
I don't think there was anyone near that ball.
No, that was a badly thrown ball. Ganley on the INT was the only person who really got a shot at it. And he got it. 1st and 10 for Western New England at the RPI 35. 4:27 to go 3rd quarter. Western New England trails by 21. Service wants to throw. Goes towards the 10-yard line. Dietrich pulls it down. He's inside the 5. Where do they put him? It's going to be 1st and goal right around the 5-yard line for Western New England.
30-yard gain to the RPI 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Golden Bears.
Was that Zotti in there, 27?
I didn't catch that. Service is going to run for it on 1st down, 1st and goal, and he stopped at the 5-yard line.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Number 58 and number 94 for the Engineers. That's Isaiah Hall and Anthony Cicchini.
Tackled by 94, Anthony Cicchini. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 5 for Western New England. They trail by 21. Service, hands off. This will not get them a touchdown. It's going to be stopped at the 4-yard line. There was no hole there to run through. Soberanis had the carry that time.
Number 48, that's Hayes once again on the tackle.
3rd and goal from about the 3.5-yard line for Western New England. Soberanis in the backfield. He'll release towards the end zone. Service looks to throw. Doesn't find anybody. Now he's going to run with it, and he's not going to make it. The defense stops him around the 2, and it'll be 4th and goal Western New England.
Boy, When RPI gives up points, they don't give it up easy, do they?
No. Offense stays out there. Western New England needs touchdowns. 2:45 to go through the third quarter. They trail by 21. Off in the backfield. Takes the handoff, tries to go towards the goal line, stays on his feet, not going to make it. Western New England turns it over on downs around the 2-yard line. RPI defense holds, still RPI 28, Western New England 7.
Catino, one of the 3 guys there for the Engineers, number 59, Diego Catino.
Number 55, Oliver Kaya. Engineers took over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Boy, that defense is playing great ball, folks. They really are.
2:35 to go here, third quarter. RPI just got the ball as Western New England turned it over on downs at the RPI 2. Engineers now need some breathing room. Double tight end formation, almost a bad snap on the handoff, and where's the tackle? And no, it's a fumble. RPI fumbles it at the 2, and Western New England has it. You don't see that very often.
Wow. That's 4 mistakes in a row. My God, how many times can you leave this defense on the field?
Well, Western New England now has 4 cracks from the 2-yard line.
Gee.
RPI has turned the ball over on their last 3 possessions, but they still lead by 21.
Lucky they do lead by 21 right now.
RPI,
is
first of the half.
A timeout. So let's reset you. There's 2.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. RPI leads 28-7. They just fumbled on their own 2-yard line to give Western New England a crack at the end zone again after they had stopped Western New England at the 2-yard line.
Yeah. There was a big penalty on a long pass. And then there have been 3 turnovers.
3 turnovers. I mean, right now, Western New England has 0 points off those turnovers.
I know. Last week, too.
Last week, WPI got 0 points off 2 turnovers, but that's not going to last forever.
No, it's not.
Back to action. 1st and goal at the 2 for Western New England.
They got to go after the ball. That would be an uplift if they could grab that ball.
Man goes in motion. Service hands off to Huff, and 1st down is nope, didn't make it in. They're going to call him down inside the 1.
Rough on the carry.
One of the linemen lost his helmet. He has to go off the field for at least 1 play. So just inside the 1, it'll be 2nd and goal for Western New England.
Tackled by Sujata Suma. 2nd and goal.
Off in the backfield. Doesn't take the ball. Service takes it, and he's in for the touchdown. So Western New England converts on the 3rd RPI turnover, and they pull it to within 2 scores. It's 28-13 RPI.
Now that's a shame. They defense did a great job. They really did. It took them 6 downs within the 5-yard line to get a score on that defense. 28-13, 2:09 to go in the third quarter.
The kick is good by Wagner. Green on the hold, so it's 28-14. RPI still on top. RPI is not trailed in today's game.
RPI's got to get out of its own end of the field. We do not play well down there. Penalties, fumbles, interceptions.
This has not been a pretty second half with 4 turnovers between the two teams. Western New England also turned the ball over on downs once. Lombard getting ready to kick off for Western New England. Just a reminder, this is WRPI Troy with Engineer Football from the East Campus Stadium on the campus of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York. Kurt Sub, Bob Conway on the call for you. 28-14, RPI with the lead.
Should have Munoz back there, correct? Munoz, Watts.
Munoz, Watts, and Ramsdell are back for the kickoff return.
Ramsdell is certainly capable of breaking one.
Lombard's kick into the end zone, and RPI is going to bring this one out. Ramsdell thought about it. Now he's going to come out 10, 15 to the 20, and he gets a few less yards. And if he had stayed in the end zone, he stopped at the 22.
Yeah, he got tripped up. The offense has now got to get out there and show what they can do.
First and 10 RPI at the 22. They have turned the ball over their last 3 possessions. They fumble, an interception, and then they fumble. That was at the 2, and that led to Western New England's 2nd touchdown of the game. Straight ahead, Wells, nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
That was number 46.
Tackled by 96 Sam Edward. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
I think it was 96 Edward.
Yeah, it was 96.
2nd down and 10 RPI. Wells on the carry to the right, and he is stopped maybe after a gain of 1. RPI having trouble moving the ball on the ground right now.
Again stopped by Edward.
Of course, Western New England's finally pumped after getting the ball handed to them 3 times in a row. Finally scoring.
Third down and 9. They're going to call it 8. That's really 9. Minute to go here, 3rd quarter. RPI up by 14. 3rd and 9. Did Western New England cross? Nope, they got back in time. Trippert's going to put the ball up in the air. That's Lazy floating around, and who's got it? It's a tie, looks to me, at the 38, and that goes to RPI. They're still fighting over the ball. The field judge is coming in looking to break this one up. If they both got it, then RPI has possession, and that's what it's going to be. Ackerman got the reception down to 38 of Western New England for a 1st down.
2 big catches for Ackerman. Needed that one. They were really not executing very well the last few.
Offsides on the defense. That penalty is declined. 1st down.
Okay, so there's a penalty against Western New England that was declined. Now I think there's a sideline violation against RPI. This should be a warning, I think.
We have a sideline warning on RPI. That's their 1st.
All right, so that's the flag came out. There's no penalties there. The next sideline infraction or whatever, that'll be penalties against RPI. Because RPI they had all moved up ahead into the area where they shouldn't be standing. 1st and 10, though, RPI at the Western New England 38 after the Ackerman reception. 28-14, RPI leads. Trimpert hands off on 1st down. Wells backs into the line of scrimmage and is stopped. Maybe a 1, maybe 1 yard there.
They tried that play 3 times in a row now. The same exact play, and it was stopped 3 times in a row. They were doing well sweeping the ball. Once in a while going off tackle.
RPI does not have to run the play, and they won't. They'll let the 3rd quarter expire, leading 28-14, and they'll start fresh in the 4th quarter.
If you just turned in to remind you
14.
You're listening to Rensselaer Football on WRPI 91.5 Troy. 1 quarter to go, 15 minutes. RPI leads at 28-14. It's the battle of the mistakes in the second half.
What we have out of town right now, Union leads Gallaudet 24-21, start of the fourth quarter. Ithaca late in the second leads St. Lawrence 14-6, and at the half, Alfred State 7 and Rochester nothing. Later tonight, Hobart is hosting Shenandoah. No, Shenandoah, not Shenandoah. Wrong school. Shenandoah is at Hobart at 7 o'clock tonight.
Here's some stats after 3. RPI finally is leading in offensive plays. 278 yards to 271. Time of possession, 22-36 for Western New England, 22-24 for RPI. Third down conversions, Western 5 of 15, RPI 7 of 12.
RPI second down, looks like the halfback option. Is somebody going to throw the ball? Law throws it and it goes incomplete. It was the halfback option, but he couldn't find any room to throw. And a flag on the play also, probably holding against RPI. Law dragged that one out along the line a long way. Usually get a holding when that happens.
Yeah, Brian Hayes has 10 tackles after 3. Hoggart has 8, Catino 6, and Brant Beck 6. Sweeney 7. Edward 8. Olson
Offense
7.
number 30. It's a 10-yard previous spot.
6.
Replay second. 2.
For WPI. Trimpers 4 for 11 for 116 yards, 1 TD and a long of 40. Services 9 for 18 for 89 yards, a long of 30.
It'll now be 2nd and 20, ball back to the Western New England 48. RPI with possession early fourth quarter, up 28-14. Ramsdale takes the ball, goes to the left and gets hit in the shoulder kind of and falls forward to the 40-yard line. RPI is now looking at 3rd and 12.
Tackled by 33 Olsen. Steve 3rd down and 12.
RPI with their 3rd and 12.
That was 44 again for Western New England.
Trimpert rolls out to the right, looks downfield, keeps looking downfield, doesn't see anything, now starts to run with the ball. He won't make it to the first down marker. Well away from the first down marker, actually. He picked up about 3 yards to the 37. And RPI is looking at 4th and let's call it 9.
Tackled by 41 Mike Farrell.
Try a kick here.
Gain is to the 36-yard line. It's 4th and 8.
Maybe not though. Deeper.
15 seconds ago, and RPI is talking to the coaches right now. And I have to think a timeout is coming up here because RPI is not getting to the line by the time the play clock expires. So RPI is going to wait until the last second. And then either, nope, they're going to take the delay of game, actually. They'll take
On
the
the
delay of game,
offense,
back
5
it up
yards. 4th down.
And then probably punt from that point.
To the 41-yard line.
Moncrief is going out for the punt this time.
Yes, he is.
Moncrief allegedly better at the rugby-style kick.
Moncrief to punt.
Razik better at the distance kick. So Moncrief is out to punt for RPI. Gets the snap. High kick, not going to get a lot of distance, but won't be a return. RPI's got to cover it at the 17.
It's all right.
Punt is down.
We have 13:19 to go in the fourth quarter. RPI leads 28-14. Western New England with the ball.
Next week, folks, the Engineers will be on the road at Buffalo State. find my information here, we will tell you what time the game is.
1 o'clock.
It's a 1 o'clock next week.
1300.
Then we have a bye week, and then we got a Hobart for a 12 o'clock game.
1st and 10, Western New England at their own 18, trailing by 14 in the 4th quarter. They scored a touchdown on the last possession when RPI fumbled it at their own 2. Service pitches it to Hoff. That might be a lateral. Well, they're going to rule incomplete, and RPI is going to claim lateral on this. I'm not sure. We don't have a good angle up here. The RPI coaches are arguing this as well. I'd love to see a replay on this one. All right, obviously, can't do anything with a replay in Division III. Nothing's under review. It'll be a 2nd down play now. Service fakes the handoff, looks, throws, goes back in the other direction on the throw. That's complete to the 35, to the 40, and knocked out for a 1st down right around the 44 is Huff.
Number 38, Luke Watanabe on the tackle. Defense has really got to do their job this series.
44-yard line, 1st and 10, Western New England. Hoff gets to the 45.
They've done a good job the whole game.
12:45 to go, 4th quarter. RPI leading 28-14.
You got to be asked one more time to get that ball back and have the offense do something.
Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9.
2nd down and 9. Service to throw on play action. Puts it up looking deep for Dietrich. Dietrich with 2 defenders around him. It goes incomplete. Really, Service was trying to thread the needle on that one, and there was almost nothing. There's no room to put that ball.
Good defense. 2 defenders back there for the Engineers. Let's see. I think one was Hayes. Let's see.
Watanabe was one of them.
Watanabe was one, and is this Egan here?
I'm not sure where you're pointing.
I can't see the number right on the 50-yard line.
That's Watanabe right there. Service on 3rd down and 9, throws looking for Dietrich, and that's a little bit too far. So it's 4th and 9 for Western New England. 12:13 to go, 4th quarter. They're going to send out the punt unit.
Yeah, it was Watanabe and Hayes.
Lolumia back to kick.
Davies for RPI.
Kicks away. Davies lets it bounce, and it goes out of bounds. They'll put it at the 21. We have 12:06 to go, 4th quarter. RPI leads 28-14, and RPI just got the ball back.
But don't forget, folks, the week after next is a bye week. No game.
This is a game with a lot of possession. This is RPI's 15th possession of the day.
Oh, I know. It's a grinded out game too. It's, you know, it's
Tripper to Cella. Cella left and stopped after a pickup of 1 at the 22.
Number 96 was one of the guys there for them. Sam Edward. I guess they're giving a tackle. The other went to Olsen. Number 33.
Second and 9 from the 22-yard line. Meislin runs along the line and is out of bounds right around the 13-yard line. So it's 3rd down and 8 for RPI.
RPI was looking so well-oiled until they made those mistakes. Fumbles. Well, mostly fumbles.
1 interception.
Yeah.
3rd down and 8, ball at the 23. Misdirection, he'll give to Cella. Everybody was going right. Cella goes left, breaks the tackle to the 30, to the 35, and Cella's out of bounds after he gets a 1st down. He's forced out around the 39.
Somebody's down for Western New England. Probably got the wind knocked out of him. That was a heck of a clash between Cella and a couple of guys.
By number 29, Greg Metellus.
Timeout on the field. 10:47 to go in the 4th quarter. RPI leading 28-14 over Western New England.
Greg Metellus, apparently the guy down, number 29. He's a D-back, Medway, Mass, junior.
What we have out of town right now at the half, Alfred State leads Rochester 7-0. Ithaca leads St. Lawrence 14-6, also at the half. And in the 4th, Union has a 31-21 lead on Gallaudet.
This could be some good games this year, Kurt. They're all close games. Rochester's playing a heck of a game.
Well, Rochester had a really bad year last year.
Oh, I know they did. But they're playing who, Ithaca?
No, Alfred State.
Alfred. Well, that's...
Ithaca's playing St. Lawrence.
Alfred's as good as Ithaca, I think.
No, Alfred State, not Alfred.
Oh, Alfred State.
Alfred State, on top of the hill, not at the bottom of the hill.
That's different.
Be careful, I work with an Alfred State grad.
No, I just... the two teams are much different.
Training staff for both teams are out looking at the injured player for Western New England. That is why we have a delay here in Troy.
Oh, good, he's sitting up. You hate to see a young man down. Is he putting any weight on the feet? I don't think so. Looks like the left leg.
Was that Apgar?
I thought he said it was 29.
I thought it was 36 Apgar.
No, I mean, he said 20.
Well, I'm not arguing that point. I'm thinking it looked to me like it was 36 because 29's still out there. That was Apgar who went off the field injured.
Yeah, he gave it wrong because he said he was down.
1st and 10, RPI at the 39-yard line. 10:35 to go here. 4th quarter, RPI up 28-14. Spin move by Trimpert, hands it off, and Wells takes it out to about the 41.
Tackled by Olsen. And number 45, Tim Huffin.
10-12 to go in the game. You're listening to Rensselaer Football on WRPI 91.5 Troy.
So that Ithaca St. Lawrence game is the first league game of the year. The previous conference schedule where everybody was basically mostly playing the same days is kind of shot with the 3 departures and Ithaca coming in. And then there's not another league game for another 2 weeks. When Ithaca plays again, they play Hobart. RPI, Trimpert throws through the hands of Esposito and incomplete. So I was saying in 2 weeks, Ithaca plays Hobart for their second league game out of 5. And then the week after that, some more teams play as RPI gets their first league game, and they're going to be playing Hobart at that time. So Ithaca will play 2 before RPI even plays 1.
Was it 3rd down? Yes.
Yes, 3rd down and about 8 for RPI at the 41. Very subdued crowd here right now. I mean, it's not a big crowd.
It's the kind of game that just doesn't get anybody excited. It's grind it out. That's it.
Wells takes the 3rd down carry. He's not going to get a 1st down. Stopped at the 44.5, call it.
Sweeney on the stop for Western New England.
4th and 4.
So on 4th down, RPI sends out Razik to punt this time.
And to punt for the Engineers. Back deep, number 8, Devon Davis.
Davis is at his own 17. Razik boots it, high kick. Davis is going to let this, well, he didn't have a choice, it went out of bounds actually. So letting it fall was really not an option. Good kick, it'll be at the 10-yard line for Western New England to start out this drive. They need 2 TDs and they're 90 yards away from the end zone.
That was a good kick.
Western New England.
Third quarter stats. Let's see how much time we got here.
First and 10 for Western New England at their own 10. Service, hands off on 1st down. Maybe 4 yards? Perhaps they're trying to keep RPI honest, but Hoff can only carry it and move it so many yards down the field. Western New England has to start getting that passing game going.
Number 91 for the Engineers and number 51. Brett Bank, number 51, and 91 is Sam Ledniak.
2nd down, they're going to keep it on the ground out to about the 19-yard line. They'll set up a 3rd and short. Somebody lost their helmet. That's Hoff. He has to go off the field now for this next play.
Ledniak and Hayes on that play.
Gain is to the 19-yard line.
3rd down and 1. Receivers mostly to the left for Western New England. And again, it's on the ground. This will be a 1st down for the Golden Bears as they get out to the 25-yard line.
RPI's got a lot of their, what I would call our first team interior linemen not in the game right now. Some of them are, but not many.
1st and 10 at the 26. RPI up by 14 here in the 4th quarter. They're going to throw over the middle, tripped up, and that's a flag coming out against RPI. The intended receiver was Henry, and he got tripped at the 47.
Was that Hayes? Who's that right there? Turn around. 44. There we go. Hoggard.
Defense number 37, 15 yards. 1st down.
They're going to say McCarthy is the guilty man. That is a 15-yard penalty in college. So the ball goes out to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Western New England. 7.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. RPI up by 14. Service runs with the ball, didn't have anywhere to throw it, and a good open field tackle stops him after a gain of 2.
Service on the carry. Brian Hayes on the tackle.
Brian Hayes on the tackle.
Gain of 2, 2nd down.
Hayes is all over the place today.
2nd and 8.
He had 10 tackles going in this quarter.
Service fakes the handoff. Throws going downfield, and that is incomplete. Looking for Dietrich, actually for RPI. Stefanski was closer to the ball. Exactly 7 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Western New England now 3rd and 8, trailing by 14. You have to think at this point everything's 4 downs for the Golden Bears. And Service is going to run to the right, doesn't have anywhere to throw it, so he's got to run this one out of bounds. He's out at the 46, and that would make it 4th and 5.
4th and 5.
Are they putting the punt team out there?
I think so.
No, that's Service coming out. 4th and 5 for Western New England. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Lone man in the backfield for the Golden Bears. Service looks right, puts it up and misses Dietrich. It was on Dietrich's hand as he was turning around. He couldn't hold on to it, and Western New England turns it over on downs at their own 46.
Yeah, I think it was thrown too far to his right. He was turning, you're right. He got a hand on it. So RPI takes over. 6:27 to go in the game. Let's see who they're going to put in the game.
Cello's going to go out as the running back right now.
And the quarterback is still there.
Yeah, Trimpert's still there. RPI needs to burn time off the clock here. I saw Rochester kill 8 minutes on this field to end the game and not score. RPI could use to burn some time off here. RPI is going to hand it off to Kelly, and he stopped at about the 43. Keep it on the ground. Burn off as many of those 40 seconds as you can and get that clock down.
RPI is really taking their time.
2nd down and 7.
.550 to go as RPI heads to the line. 15 seconds left on the play clock.
Hope they don't just do nothing.
RPI gives to Cella. He's got a hole to the 40. Cella stays on his feet. 1st down. Keeps going. Keeps fighting. And Cella gets through the 27.
Boy, he's coming tough. For sure. Number 41 and number 14. Number 14 is
Ganley.
Yeah, it's the D-back. I'm looking, it's a double number again.
First and 10 RPI at the Western New England 27. Little over 5 to go here in the 4th quarter. RPI up by 14. Free play for RPI. Rochester jump. No, they're going to say there was contact. Now they're going to argue about this. Trimpert's over with the referees. He wants to see what's going on. Cella's coming over to get Trimpert away from the conference.
Well, Trimpert,
there's no good going to come from that.
That's right.
Trimpert doesn't get a say in what the officials decide.
He does.
There's nothing positive that's going to come out.
False
and now
start.
Say false start
Number
against RPI.
14, 5 yards.
Trimpert feels that they were forced to move because Western New England jumped into the neutral zone. I think that's his claim right now. He's not going to win this argument.
He better shut up pretty quickly.
He
won't be sitting. He'll be sitting next week in Buffalo State.
Yeah, this is not a winning argument for him.
No.
It is first, it's a false start against RPI, 1st and 15 back at the 32. Clock's running, under 5 minutes to play. Cella takes the ball straight ahead. Cella gets inside the 25 to the 24. So they get the penalty back and 3 yards. Western New England still has 3 timeouts left. They need to start thinking about taking them.
Ryan Smith on the tackle for Western New England. Game is dragging right now. 4:34. Every play they have to look over to the bench.
Game 8 on the play. 2nd down and 7.
Is it 2nd or 3rd?
It's 2nd down.
I thought so.
Cella takes the handoff from Trimper. Doesn't cut up field. Goes to the sideline. Now cuts up field. Dives. Where do they mark him down? Right around the 19, pardon me. So he's down to 19, needs to make it to the 17, so it'll be 3rd and 2 RPI. Meanwhile, clock continues to tick down. 3:55 to go in the fourth quarter. RPI leading by 14.
Yeah, we've seen so much of that. The scoreboard saying one down and the field's the other this year for some reason.
3rd down and 2 RPI at the 19. Only one wideout. That's Ackerman to the right. You have a double tight end formation. Lone running back. That's going to be Wells. He takes the carry, and Wells is to the 16. That's a first down for RPI.
Yes. Number 41, once again, Mike Farrell.
At the Golden Bears 16-yard line.
Mike Farrell for Western New England.
Ball's at the 16. First down, RPI. 3 to go in the fourth quarter. Engineers lead by 14. Single wideouts each side. Ackerman with some big catches today over on the right. Wells takes the carry. Wells has got a hole and dives ahead, and where is he down? It's close. He's got a first down. They're going to call him down to 5.
Tackled by 96 Sam Edwin.
Is it the 5 or is it the 7? No, they're going to back him up. It's not a first down. They're going to say it's back at the 7-yard line.
It's all right. Get the clock going.
2:25 to go. RPI gives to Wells once more. He backs up. Flag comes out. That'll stop the clock. Not sure what this one's about. Wells was stopped right near the first down marker.
41 again.
Holding against RPI.
Mike Farrell, one of the guys on the stop.
Hold, offense 64, 10-yard penalty, replay the down.
All right, so they'll get the down back. They'll be backed up 10 yards. But the yardage isn't as much of a problem here. If you're Western New England, time's running out. I mean, there's 2:22 left, and you need 2 touchdowns, and you've got 3 timeouts on the board. You need to take them now.
Why are they taking so long? You know, the clock wasn't moving. He's still looking over there.
15 seconds on the play clock. RPI doesn't have to snap this until there's under 2 minutes to go in the game. It's a 2nd and 12.
This isn't football. I don't enjoy this. Play the game.
Handoff on 2nd down. Trying to turn it upfield is Wells. He is stopped at the 18. And now Western New England will take their first timeout.
Timeout Western New England.
1:49 to go.
Western New England.
28 to 14. Western New England has just used their first timeout.
No gain on the play. 3rd down 12.
Well, we got 1:49 to go, so we might as well tell you one more time that next week RPI is on the road at Buffalo State, 1 o'clock game. The following week is a bye week, and the week after that, RPI is at Hobart for a 12 o'clock game, and the week after that is homecoming, and that is against Ithaca here at RPI. And just to be sure, that's a 1 o'clock game. So Buffalo's a 1 o'clock game, Hobart's a 12 p.m. game, and Ithaca is a 1 p.m. game.
So it's 3rd and 12. $1:49 to go in the fourth quarter. RPI leads 28 to 14. RPI with possession at the Western New England 18. Hand off to Cella. Avoids one man. Gets to the 15. And Western New England is going to call another timeout. Now it's 4th down, so RPI is going to send Cap out. And if Cap is as usual, it makes it a 3-score game at this point.
Timeout. Western New England,
burns
third.
their second timeout. Western New England's only chance really to win this game is to tie it with 2 touchdowns late, and they're going to have to tie it by not having Cap make a successful field goal here. They've got to block this. Wind is in Cap's favor with the flag above the field, but the streamers on the goalposts are not moving much at all. So I would say wind is not a help to Western New England. It is probably going to be a non-factor in terms of the kick.
The second half has been a strange game, hasn't it?
This has not been an enjoyable second half.
No, and they're good teams. It's too bad.
There's only been 2 scores. RPI drove downfield in the third quarter on their second possession, and then Western New England scored when RPI fumbled at the 2. Those are the only 2 scores in today's second half. A lot of possessions. I keep track of possessions during the game, and this is the 16th for RPI. I usually don't get down to 16 in a game.
Defense. My God, I wonder how many plays they've been on.
It's not been a work of art in terms of a football game.
It changed for a while because
hang on, Cappy out to try the field goal. The snap, the spot, the kick is up, and the kick is on the roof and good. So RPI leads 31-14 with 1:41 to go.
he kicked the 50-yarder probably.
It's on the roof of the gym, if you want to call it the gym. Call that a 32-yard field goal by Cap. That's my math.
Now
Let's put RPI's up by 3 scores.
So last week they were over 30. This week they were over 30. The first game
Over 40.
That's right. And the defense has given up so far 7, 14.
No, didn't they?
Oh, shut them out the
They
first.
shut out William Patterson the first week.
And then they should have given up 1 last week, but
Well,
they had the young guys in there, and
and it still counts.
they got the set. Yes, it does.
Cap to kick off. Number 2,
Cap to kick off. RPI up by 3 scores. Western New England, what will probably be their last gasp, as they have 1 timeout left, 101 seconds on the clock, and 3 scores needed. Ball goes into the end zone, and Western New England will take it at the 25-yard line. Again, RPI's not trailed today.
No, they haven't.
Took the first score, got tied. In the second quarter, RPI took the lead, and they have not looked back. Obviously didn't trail against William Patterson.
Yep. They were, what were they, 21-7 at halftime?
Against William Patterson?
No, today.
Today, yes.
21-7, and RPI's got 10 points the second half,
Yeah.
and Western New England's got 7.
Service throws complete, and there's a flag coming out in the defensive secondary as Western New England picked up 9 along the sidelines.
And the more I think about it, you're right, they all count. That was too bad for the defense. They gave up the second touchdown, but it was a 2-yarder after stopping them for 4 straight.
Offensive pass interference on the offense, number 84.
Inside the 5.
That's 15 yards.
Offensive pass interference against Western New England. That's not a way to help yourself.
pass interference against the Golden Bears.
Half the distance.
Half the distance to the goal. It's normally 15. There was a time when offensive pass interference in college was 10 yards, defensive was 15. They switched it so it's 15 each way, but because of the 25-yard line for the line of scrimmage, it's half the distance at this point. First down and a long way, approximately 22 for Western New England. Service puts the ball up in the air and incomplete. Looking for Townsend around the 50. It was off his fingertips.
It was well thrown.
Service's pass is incomplete. Intended for Justin.
Yeah, this game is kind of ending in a whimper.
It really is. and it's two good teams.
Minute and a half to go. 2nd and 22 for Western New England. Service looks left, doesn't see anything. Throw short to the 15-yard line and to the 18-yard line. Dietrich gets it to the 18. Golden Bears have 3rd and about 17 now.
Number 92 for the Engineers, Damian Hall on the tackle.
Clock is running. RPI up 31-14 with 1:05 to go in the game.
3rd and 17.
Service of the 4 wide receiver set. 3rd and 17. 4-man rush. Gets away from some pressure. Going to his left. Now he's got to put the ball down and run with it. He's to the 30 and he runs out of bounds at the 30. It'll be 4th and 5. You got nothing to lose now. 49.4 seconds left. Out of bounds, so the clock stopped. Western New England taking their time. They actually had to fix a shoelace. 4th and 5 for the Golden Bears. Service doesn't even move in the pocket, throws low, and it's incomplete. That was caught on a bounce. There was an attempt by Jones to make it look legit, but now he's going to walk off. And that's it. Western New England turns the ball over on downs with 45.7 seconds left. And it's 1 snap, maybe 2, depending on how quickly they reset the ball, and RPI is going to be the winner today.
That'll make RPI 3-0 in 3 non-league games with 1 to go.
2 to go. There's still 2 non-league games to go.
Well, I meant
1 in
a
the
row,
sequence.
sequentially, before we play a league game.
RPI in the victory formation. Trimper takes a knee. The officials will let the clock go under 40 seconds before they reset the game clock, which means they don't have to run another play. Nobody's really objecting to that, and RPI in 30 seconds will officially be the victor today, although they're now going to go out there and run a second play. Okay, well, you didn't have to do that, but... Crowd cheering on the Engineers as they go to the 50-yard line, walk across the field, shake hands with the Western New England Golden Bears, and it's going to be official very shortly. There you go. RPI has won today 31-14 over Western New England. The first meeting between these two teams, RPI emerges victorious.
The Engineers 53-0 this season. Western New England is now 1-2. Let's get the Engineers back home. 3 weeks from today, October 14th, they'll take on Ithaca. Reunion and homecoming weekend. Engineers, thank you for your attendance.
Yeah, it was a strange game. It's hard to explain it. But it wasn't a bad game. It just was not exciting, I guess. It was just because it was so much on the ground and there weren't a lot of real breakaway plays. There was a couple of long passes. But RPI's effort on the ground when they had it rolling like 3 times in a row was nice to see. I mean, they ran a lot of different kinds of running plays. They'd throw a pass once in a while in between that and just did very well. But this is the thing Engineers have got to really look out for. And it's true with any team, but last week, I believe, during that 6 series and out, 6 in a row, we had nothing. We had a number of penalties. And this game, we had 2 penalties an interception and 2 fumbles, I think. Mm-hmm. And that's the kind of thing that can kill you against a real good team. In fact, one of those cost us the score. I mean, they got their 7.
Well, I'm going to run down the scoring for you in today's game. RPI took the lead, 12:08 to go in the first quarter. Tripper to Ramsdell on a 37-yard pass. Caps kick made it 7-0 RPI. Tied up by Western New England with 5:11 to go in the first quarter. Hoff with a 4-yard run. Wagner's kick tied it at 7. And that was the score after 1 quarter. In the second with 4:10 to go, Cella with a 2-yard run. Caps kick made it RPI 14-7. RPI taking the lead. They would not relinquish it after that. With 2:16 to go in the second, Wells with a 9-yard run. Caps kick made it 21-7 in RPI's favor, and that was the score at the half. Third quarter, RPI added on to their lead. Kelly with a 6-yard run with 7:33 to go in the third quarter. Caps kick made it 28-7 RPI. Western New England would come back, service with a 1-yard run after RPI had fumbled at their own 2. That was with 2:09 to go in the third quarter. Wagner's kick made it 28-14 in RPI's favor. That was a score after 3. In the fourth quarter, only one score that was late, 1:41 to go. Cap kicked a 32-yard field goal. Made it 31-14 RPI. Western New England on the subsequent possession, not able to move it across the 50-yard line, ended up turning the ball over on downs. And RPI then ran out the clock to come out victorious in today's game. RPI winning 31-14 over Western New England. RPI improves to 3-0 on the season, all non-conference games. Their next game is at Buffalo State next weekend. That is a 1 o'clock start. For Western New England, they fall to 1-2. They don't lose 2 games in the season very often lately, but they've done it already in 3 games this year. And Keith Emery's squad will be against Husson next week at home. That's the upcoming schedule for those 2 teams. Don't know if we'll get final stats yet, but Bob,
I'll try. I don't have
engineers of the game.
Yeah, with 3 quarters, I'm going to say on defense, Brian Hayes and Jack Hoggart would be my 2 primary ones. Hayes had 10 tackles after 3 quarters, and Hoggart had 8. Catino and Beck had 6 each, so they're certainly in the contention. But Brian Hayes and Hoggart for sure. And then on offense, I think I'm going to give Cella a game star. I thought every time he carried the ball today, he did very well. And I think Johnny Ramsdell, between the 37-yard pass play and one other one I'll put in there. It's only 2 plays, but they were big ones. Ackerman. Ackerman had 2 long catches. And so Ackerman, Ramsdell, and Cella would be my offense. Hayes, Hoggart with Beck and Catino very close in there. It may be even better, but I don't have the last stats, so it was another good win for the Engineers, not without mistakes, and that's why you practice every week and get better. And but their attitude has been terrific. They're taking them 1 game at a time. We've been fortunate this year so far. Thank God about health issues. And we moved to Buffalo State next week. I think a team we played, was it last year or the year before?
Yeah, it was a ball game the year before.
Yeah.
It was down in Connecticut.
Exactly. And, overall, nice day to go to a ball game. It was a beautiful day again. The game was an okay game, but it wasn't 2 lousy teams playing. It just was the style of play. Both teams preferred to stay on the ground for the most part and churn it out, and it just didn't bring a lot of excitement. And but there were some nice things that I saw with RPI, especially. I really liked, in addition to the defense, which I always liked, they make very few mistakes. The offense is really coming along. On like 3 of those series, they really moved the ball down the field on the ground in a number of different ways. Sweeps, off tackles, even the middle once in a while. They weren't as effective in the middle, but good job by the offense in general. And the defense, special teams, what can I say? We got one of the best kickers in the country, and our guys are down the field. If somebody actually gets the ball, they're right on top of them anyway. So far, so good. That's it. That's it, Kurt.
That's going to do it for us here at the East Campus Stadium in Troy. Send it back to the station very shortly. We would like to thank the Rensselaer Union. They provide the funding for WRPI and all the club-related activity of the Institute, and that includes WRPI's coverage of engineer football, hockey, and baseball. Also, WRPI is on the World Wide Web. Point your browser to WRPI.org, and you can pick up our broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As long as we're sending something out over the ether of the air, we'll provide it for you on that feed. Again, that's WRPI.org. Our thanks to all the staff back at the station for making sure we got on the air today and were able to bring you today's game. Our next sports broadcast is the next football broadcast. That is 1 o'clock next Saturday. RPI is at Buffalo State. The field is just off a highway in Buffalo, so it's not bad to get to, except for the fact it is so far away. And that's the only downside of it. But, once you get off the exit, football field's right there. So that's 1 o'clock next Saturday, RPI at Buffalo State for their 4th game of the season, as the 3-0 Engineers will look to maintain their perfect record at the Buffalo State. I think it's the Bengals. The Bengals of Buffalo State. So that'll be next Saturday here at WRPI, a 1 o'clock start. For Bob Conway, I'm Kurt Stutt. We would like to thank you for listening to today's broadcast. The final score here from the East Campus Stadium in Troy, New York, it was RPI 31 and Western New England 14. And you've been listening to live coverage of Engineer football on 91.5 FM WRPI Troy.